Hello everyone, welcome back to Zombieland Conquest. Alrighty, so we've got to get home. Well, kind of not home, but we've got to get to the radio station, alright? Strong's run off. I don't know who's just... Strong's dead. I hope you're happy with yourself, Rex. You've cost a man his life today. A mutant? A man a mutant? Or Strong? He shouldn't have run off. He'd run off by the time I'd loaded back in, so... we do have a lot of 38 rounds. This is automatic. This is suppressed. I'll keep hold of this one for now. We don't have any 5.56, we got 5. So let's switch that out for this. Rex has run off. Just want to double check that we have a save up there with Strong. We do, alright. So we won't save again. You never know. He might come back. Gotta remember I've got bullet time and VATS. Don't worry, Rex, I'll do my best to get you home safe and sound. We're not in good shape, are we? We can't run after him, so if he gets himself killed, well, we did our best. Okay, seems to be alright.
Many thanks for that.
There was more than one. Right. I mean, if Strong's going to run off, he's going to run off, you know. There's nothing we can do. Okay, he's here this time. Is that the one that retreated?
I can hear you.
Are we there? Are we finally down?
Shit. Totally missed him. Okay, I'll save this time once I get past the super mutants.
You'll never leave here alive. Die. Good fighting, human. Strong impressed.
I hit bullet time there, but it went down way quicker than I expected. Yeah, I'll save here this time.
Find them, human tag. Not good time.
Okay, that didn't quite work out how I wanted it to. Shit. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, we need more. I think I might have hurt myself falling then. I don't know about that. I won't. Just take one of them. I'm going to take one of these, see if it does anything negative to us. So now we've got insomnia. Dude, that was not there before. You go first, Strong. Okay, it seems to be clear.
Many thanks for that timely rescue.
You're welcome.
As gracious as you are brave. Yes, well, in any event, I'm quite grateful. I'd like you to have this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think it's time I left this awful place. I'm returning to WRVR and resuming my career in radio.
Good luck. Alright, so Strong is available to be a companion.
Go find milk of human kindness with Strong.
Milk of human kindness.
Milk is secret to humans. Macbeth say milk make humans strong. Stronger than super mutants. Strong find milk, drink milk. Make super mutants stronger than humans.
Okay. So, I think I'm just going to leave you to it.
Hurry. Strong no like waiting.
Have I agreed to a quest from him or something? So he's just going to hang out here, is he? It said something about a promise, but I don't remember agreeing to anything. Now, anyway, it looks like Rex has run off. So, you know, Marcus, as I previously mentioned, he's a bit concerned about his friends. So, we're going to make our way back here to get them, where it is, here. I do also want to head up here, but I don't think now at night time is going to be the smartest time to do it. Also, that's really for, you know, so that we can set up a proper campsite with our soldiers, our companions. But we're heading back to our new settlement anyway, so, you know, maybe we'll call up there if we're in the area of Sanctuary, Concord, which I'm sure we will at some point venture back that way. Going the wrong way. So, unfortunately, now we've got a little bit of a kind of long walk, another long walk. And our supplies are slowly diminishing with regards to, like, water and... Oh, okay, very good. Alright, so we can move again. For the sake of this episode, and because we haven't gone anywhere. So I'm giving us that save because we completed that area. And also now, we don't have to do that slow walk again in case we die. Gotta be careful next to those radios. Bloody YouTube, you know? Very dark, isn't it? I've still got my night vision though, so let's get that on. Wow, that's amazing. Look at that. Now, I did do a little bit of work on the frame rate, but it's not going to be crystal, you know, it's not going to be perfect. Oh dear God. So that's kind of the way we need to go, isn't it?
What the?
Those we can go around. Sounds like Carla, doesn't it? Yeah, I think we'll just leave him alone. See how Hangman's Alley is getting along. I thought about it as a potential venue for us, you know, a place for us to live, but it's a what are they called again? Minutemen. It's a Minutemen settlement, but you know, there's a good chance since we were last here that everyone's dead. Yes, there's a couple of civilians around. A Deathclaw. There's still a few people here. Quite a few people, it looks like. Pretty cool to see them all sleeping, isn't it? Yeah, let's go this way. Since it's night time, nobody can see us. Oh, look at this. It's been a long time since I saw a Yaoguai with cubs. Like a long time. Whoa. That was lucky. Or maybe not so lucky. Dude. Yeah, we've got to watch this, haven't we?
I lost him.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't... Oh, because I unlocked that door. So we may have just signed the death certificate of everyone in Hangman's Alley. Now then, I've been here a few times in the past. I don't think there's anything much of note. That house over there. The one with the trap at the front door. Vault 81? Or 88? 81. What is it they want? Fusion cores. Yeah, I suppose we could get our head down for a few hours here. Although we're not that far, are we? We're not that far from home now. We've come this far. I was going to say, how is he not dead from that? Alright. Yeah, we'll just head home. I'm glad we made the change from that other shotgun. It adds just the right amount of challenge. Not having the explosive rounds, you know? Plus, I can use it close range. Okay, let's not get carried away now. Did I come the wrong way? Shit. Now the hard part about what we're doing now, or what we're about to do, is we've got to get our companions again our pioneers back to Jamaica Plains. So we'll do it in the daytime. Just see how we go. Okay, hopefully we're okay in here. See if our friends are still here, shall we? Oh, they are.
We put on some wonderful radio. You should listen sometime.
So, looks like the courier. There's a courier that didn't make it.
WRVR is our pride.
Greedy. Where's Hawthorne? Here he is. Yeah, so it looks like the courier didn't make it, and though also, where is Rex? Actually can't talk to him.
Oh, it was quite a feat to rescue Rex from those super mutants.
I mean, wasn't that big a deal. Super mutants aren't that tough.
My, aren't you the modest one? Well, we've got a radio play to write. You probably have more important things to do.
You got a point. Alright, so let's hit the sack. Maybe 4 hours. I don't want to sleep for too long. Oh, shit. Nobody dead? Everybody okay?
Quitting all that, right?
Okay, Rex is back. Georgie boy's just hanging out at the cook pot. I don't think we lost anyone. Thermal vision. Yes, please. Let's check this out. Been wanting one of these for ages. We picked one of these up once upon a time. Wow, look at this. That's cool. I've never had one of these in this game before. It actually highlights corpses as well. Okay. Alrighty. That's really cool. That'll come in really handy for us, I think. So, tell you what, before let me just get this hotkey bound. Alright, so now we've got our normal glasses. Night vision. Thermal vision. Which is really, really cool. And, I mean, it's 7 AM, so I guess we don't need to... Oh crap, I just slept for another hour. Anyway. That's fine. Okay, so. What have we got here? Live and love. Companions permanently gain plus 10 carry weight. Okay, well. Sorry, I didn't realise they were your cigarettes, Anne. Or whose ever cigarettes they were. Okay. Alright, let's muster our companions. What is it again? This one. Everyone should be ready to go. Looks good. Oh, tell you, she's always flashing herself, this woman, isn't she? Naughty lady. Alright. So we'll save when we get out here. Probably should have saved before I went outside. Because you just never know in this game. And classic Ground Zero. It's still raining. Now this is quite... I guess it's not too bad. I tell you what, it would have been worse if we'd chosen to stay at Bunker Hill and we had to take our companions back through the city. So I guess we kind of lucked out, didn't we, with regards to Jamaica Plain. It's got 10 people there. Wow. Alright, well that's good. I think. I'll be honest with you, I've never really crafted a settlement or established a settlement properly and like fully taken care of it and fully utilized all of the workbenches and resource benches and everything else you can do. I've just never, as I've stated previously, I've never really fully gotten into the settlement system. I've always kind of played for exploration and a little bit of questing. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I intend for this series, Zombieland Conquest, to be the series where I fully sink my teeth into what Fallout 4 is. Now obviously I've completed the main quest with the Institute in Welcome to Paradise modpack, so we won't be doing the main quest. But, I want to sink my teeth into everything else that Fallout 4 has to offer, a lot of the side quests that we can do if people don't die and kind of cancel out the quests. But we should be okay with regards to like settlement stuff. We can basically spawn companions on command with the follower system that we have. I guess a lot of the side quests will fade out as people die, which is fine. Alright, so we're heading east. I guess we've got to swim anyway. So we're not going that way. Let's go back across this side of the bridge. Okay, that made me jump a little bit. When they all spawn in behind you like that. Not a big fan of the thought of wandering past a group of spitters. Let's go around. Is that one of our guys? Alright, it's on. We're involved, guys. There's nothing we can do about this. Hawthorne's in trouble. Shit, man. Don't do that. Hawthorne's dead. Oh, this is bad. Shit, man. Oh my god. Get him out of here. I think we just lost everyone. We literally just lost everyone. Damn. Who's this? I mean, he's wearing gunner armour, but, you know, he could have collected that from somewhere. He wasn't hostile to us. Can't believe we've just lost everyone. I killed. Who did I kill? I shot someone. Oh, 88, really? I think I shot Carla by accident in the head. Not Carla. Who's the other one who's always moaning, you know? Good old Hawthorne. Marcy. Oh, it could have been Carla. That's how easy it is to you know. And believe me, their stats, like I had really boosted their stats, you know, quite significantly. I'm trying to find the other corpses. There's a couple missing. Okay, I don't think this is going to do anything, but... thought it might bring their corpses to us, and just on the off chance that one of them or two of them are still alive, you know? And they've run off. So we've lost a couple bodies. Marcy for one. McCready as well. He had a decent gun on him too, so if you know, if there's any one I wanted to find, it was him. Shit. I mean, it was going to happen eventually, but all of them at the same time. So Hawthorne had run off, clearly round the other side, and gotten himself kind of trapped, and it, you know, was engaging from here. It took me a minute to realise that it was him. Anyway, that's the nature of the beast. Reminds me a lot of the feeling you get in State of Decay 2 when you get a siege on your community and you know, you lose everyone or you lose a bunch of people. Alrighty, well, I guess that's it. Now what I'm going to do here is I could carry on playing without saving, and obviously if I die then everyone comes back. I picked up some gear, didn't I? Who the fuck's Reginald? He's got 3 charisma. That's pretty useful. I want to keep hold of that, but who the hell is Reginald? Did I meet someone called Reginald? And I'm just weighing up whether or not to save. Like to save that experience, you know? I'm gonna do it. Alright, so we're not going back. If we die now, we reload there. So we've lost all our companions. That's what I was thinking throughout that experience. Then as everyone was dying, I was, you know, part of my brain was like, should I let myself die? Should I try to kind of not miss the shots, but not put up 100% of a fight? But, you know, I wasn't going to do that. So... okay. So let me give myself those caps again. So we've just given ourselves 20 caps. I want to pull that shotgun out while we're here. That's cool. So I've got a shotgun, I've got a handgun. And I want to pull out the hunting shotgun, this one. What else have we got? What does that say? Minus... So it actually doesn't drop the damage that much. I can't actually quite read that on my screen. Does it say 15 or 45? So we've lost... Okay, 297, 312. Wow, you only lose 15 damage, obviously, plus the explosive effect. I guess I could add that explosive effect now to something else. Like a handgun. So that's actually really, really good gun, even as standard. I thought most of its damage was coming from the explosive element, but clearly not. What I think I might do then is put explosive on this little handgun. That's something I'm more inclined to appreciate, you know. I think. Alright, we'll go with that then. For now. So we've lost all our companions, guys. I'm kind of... Part of my head is trying to work out how Marcus feels about this. Obviously he's gutted. To a degree. He's not super gutted. He's most gutted. Like, gutted is an English term for, like, distressed, you know. As in gutted. As in his guts have been ripped out, alright? Now, he's most distressed, most upset about Hawthorne. Who was the first one to die, by the way. Everyone else not so much. I mean, yeah, not really. You know, he didn't have a real strong bond with anyone. I think McCready as well. McCready kind of got on his nerves a little bit, but at the same time, he had a bit of character to him. You know, it's people like that. They tend to make an impression upon you. It might not always be the best impression, but you end up kind of falling for them in a kind of, you know, they're lovable. You know, he's obviously a bit of a damaged character. He's got a bit of a history. He's probably one of those kind of kids that, you know, hung out on the streets and got into a bit of mischief, that sort of thing. So, although they have their issues, they're lovable. You know what I mean? So Hawthorne and McCready, they will be missed. The rest of them, you know, whatever. But, so that's one element of what Marcus is feeling right now. But at the same time, I'm wondering how he's feeling about the fact that his plan, those people, the foundation of his society, has just disappeared in the blink of an eye. And how that might impact his goals, his psychology. I'm going to sit with that one. I'm also going to save here because of that little bit of a kind of modification, all those modifications we've just done, so we don't have to do it again. Now we're supposed to be going over here. Okay, I'm going to take a second just to give this kind of a few minutes to mature in my thought process and just see if anything comes from it. Alright. I've got something in mind, and we're going to get into it in a second. But right now, I just want to do one thing before we get into it. It's just sort of check out these two locations here. Marcus needs to sit down. He's got a little bit of recollecting, contemplation, reflecting to do. What's this place here? I don't know who that was that I just killed. But at this point, you know, Marcus is not thinking particularly clearly. Shit. I promise we'll get to it in a minute. I'm just trying to get Marcus to a place where he can sit down, where we're safe. Okay, I might just head into the hospital nearby this place. Maybe not. Hospital's not going to be clear, is it? Okay, let's carry on to Jamaica Plain then. And, actually, there was a manhole. Oh, was it? Where was the manhole in the ground? Oh, then I want to be able to see it from here, am I? Because I think it was a little bit further away. Or was it here? Yeah, it was right here, wasn't it? Okay, let's just see what's down here. 488. Aha, I remember this place now. Came here in Ground Zero, didn't we? And we couldn't really proceed because that's blocked off. Alright, so this is perfect. This is just what we needed for right now. Alright, so I'm going to set up a little bit of a shelter down here. Let's just get things in order for our poor friend Marcus here, who's... Oh, balls. Alright, so I can't. It doesn't like this environment. That's fine. Some of the environments that you go in, that conquest system doesn't like them. And I remember I never figured out how to get it to like them. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We're okay here for what we're doing. Now, as we sit here with our friend Marcus, who is clearly brooding in the darkness, you know, I spent a little bit of a moment myself just considering this situation, and I reflected back on, you know, where Marcus was at 3 weeks ago and how we developed his character to a point where he was really just holding on, wasn't he, if you remember? And he met Hawthorne, he'd made a bit of a companion, he was kind of coming back, you know. He was on the edge, he was on the verge of basically going over the edge. And Hawthorne was helping to bring him back, and this idea of a society and these people that he'd met, that he was, you know, if in his own way he was beginning to like them, he was beginning to come to connect with them, and they've just been taken from him. They have that hope that he was beginning to have, especially with Hawthorne. It's gone. So we're going to say now that he's reached a point where whether this may be temporary, it may be more of a permanent state of mind. But, you know, sometimes when these kind of hard-hitting, unforeseen, devastating events occur, you go through a period of kind of self-destruction where, you know, your view of the whole world and everything that you thought was meaningful completely flips upside down to the point where you become quite psychotic, quite crazy, careless, self-destructive, essentially, and possibly even destructive towards others and to your environment. So we're going to tip him over the edge, and we're going to see what becomes of Marcus as he loses control, as he loses the last vestige of clarity, the last sliver of clarity that he was kind of holding on to. That was doing, I mean, it was in there, it was secure, he was doing okay, but it's gone now. He's going to lose his mind. Now what that means is, right now all he can think about is blame. He blames the Gunners for the death of MacReady and Hawthorne. And the others, I guess, although he's not really thinking about them. He's thinking more about Hawthorne and MacReady. Okay, give me a second. So he's thinking about revenge. All he can think about now is the fact that it's the Gunners' fault because they invaded Goodneighbour. MacReady and Hawthorne, they were both safe in Goodneighbour, and it's their fault. He's taken care of Jack Cabot. But now the Gunners that reside at Goodneighbour, it's all he can think about, okay? And he wants revenge. All he can think about now is just killing everyone in Goodneighbour. All of the Gunners, all of the zombies, anyone else who's... I mean, he's not thinking about anyone else, but at this point, anyone else who's going to get in his way of killing the Gunners at Goodneighbour, there's no questions asked. He's going to remove them from their own existence. Now, I'm not averse. This next point is something I'm going to weigh up over the next kind of 12 hours or so before the next episode. And I'm not averse to a little bit of a gamble in real life, you know, kind of taking risks and putting things on the line. Now, I've thought about this. This could be fun. It could be terrifying. It could be... I may live to regret this, but that's kind of what gambling is about, isn't it? You know, you put something valuable, something that you care about on the line, and sometimes the reward, you know, it pays off the gamble, but sometimes it doesn't. Now, what I'm thinking here, I'm thinking because I'm going to reflect, possibly, I think I'm going to do this. Again, I'll confirm this tomorrow, or I'll deconfirm it, or, you know, whatever the word is. I'm going to reflect a similar state of mind to Marcus here in his rage, in his insanity to the point where his desire for vengeance is clouding any other potential future, any other potential positivity, any potential happiness. Those concepts don't exist in his mind at the moment, and all he can see is red. All he can see is rage and the desire to get revenge on these Gunners, to avenge the death of specifically Hawthorne, but also MacReady and the rest of the gang, and the death of his vision. It's not only those beings, but it's this hope that he had for a bright future. At this point, he can't see any other way. You know, he can't see that he could potentially just continue on, and maybe he'll make other friends at some point. He can't see any of that. So I'm going to reflect his insane and volatile state of mind, I think. Again, I'm going to confirm this tomorrow. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put Marcus's life on the line. Now, this is something that you know, people get caught up in this. I guess very specifically people who do struggle with kind of mental health issues, certain mental health issues. It's very hard, if not impossible, for people in that situation to see outside of their own, call it psychosis, or their own paranoia, or whatever it may be. It takes a lot of reflection and a lot of self-discipline and a lot of critical thought in order to see through your own delusions, your own ignorance of what is actually happening. So I'm going to reflect that, and somebody in Marcus's situation could very well be prepared to put everything on the line just for this one desire for revenge. He'll put his own life on the line. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take Marcus back to what's it called, Jamaica Plain, and he's going to amass another group of followers, these random strangers, who he's going to convince somehow, I don't quite know how yet, he's going to convince them to follow him to Good Neighbor. When we get him close to Good Neighbor, we get him nearby Good Neighbor, I'm going to put his life on the line. And I'm going to put the series, the future of this series, on the line. Now, again, this is something, I just sort of came up with this out there that it could be fun. It's also very dangerous. It's very risky. But, what's the big deal at the end of the day? If shit hits the fan and if catastrophe occurs, then you're left with no option but to pick up the pieces, and I will, redirect in some other way. I don't know. I'll play with that when it happens. There's infinite potential and infinite possibility with what we could do should that happen. But we're going to get him close to Good Neighbor, and then we're going to assault Good Neighbor with Marcus and his newfound followers, whoever they may be. And we're going to play it permadeath from that moment onwards. And I'll reiterate this one last time. I'm going to reflect on this over the next 12 hours. Sometimes it's wise to consider these risks in a more deep format. So if he dies while assaulting Good Neighbor, he wants to kill everybody there. Obviously, he knows that there's supposed to be gunners and zombies inside. But here's the thing, and this is part of the reason why I think I'm going to do this, is to kind of demonstrate the danger, the potential danger of being in that sort of state of mind where shit's hit the fan for you in your life and you've become volatile in your thoughts full of revenge, getting revenge, how risky that can really be, how very, very dangerous that can be for you, for your life, and for any potential future, let alone a happy future. That could be the end. If you get so caught up in that state of mind for seeking revenge, that can kill you, very literally. That can lead you to a place of absolute destruction at the end of your life. So I think I'm going to reflect that in my own decision making, and we'll put this series, the future of this series, on the line so that Marcus can get his revenge. Now, what will happen if he gets his revenge and he kills everyone? I don't know. Maybe it's possible that he will forge some kind of bond, greater bond with whoever he takes with him. I don't know. I think I'll just not think about that until maybe that happens. But again, I want to kind of demonstrate that if you get stuck in that state of mind and that the desire for revenge wins, and then you act upon that desire, it's very, very dangerous and can bring your whole life to a halt, or just redirect it down a very, very dark path. And depending on how it goes for Marcus, if he makes it through, there may be no coming back for him. Even if he does make it through, he may now become too dark and too psychotic and too deeply consumed with hatred that there is no coming back for him, and that's the end of our hope for a nice guy. And what that's going to look like or could look like, I don't know, and we don't even really need to think about it. We can explore that potential future if that's the way it manages to go. Now, the more I speak about this, the more I like the idea of doing it, but again, I know how risky it is. I know the chances of us surviving it are slim, and So what we will do is we'll make sure Marcus is geared up. You know, we'll get all of the best equipment we've got, the best weapons we've got. We'll craft every bit of ammo that we can. We'll make it as many explosives that we can. You know, at this point, Marcus's rage, he's just going to get as much of his destructive capability on him as possible. He's just going to charge in to Good Neighbor, and he's going to slaughter anyone who gets in his way. And unfortunately, if there's civilians in the way, he's not going to hesitate. Most likely, he'll just murder anyone who's in the vicinity. And he may well die, but that's just the reality of it, isn't it? Seeking revenge takes you to those very, very dark places in life, and that's why the wise don't do that. They don't seek revenge. But unfortunately, Marcus here, given his predisposition to paranoia and, you know, mental health, he's not able to see through his current situation. So he's going to go to a very dark place, possibly for a little while. I don't know about that. I don't know how it's going to turn out. But anyway, that's going to, I'm like 90% sure that's what's going to happen. But you will have to tune in tomorrow. Unless something else comes to me overnight that makes me think different about this situation. Unless that happens, then we will proceed with that plan. We will execute that plan and see how it all unfolds. All right, so that's a little bit of a risk. I know it's a little bit of a gamble, but, you know, what's wrong with kind of shaking yourself up every now and then and throwing yourself under the bus, so to speak, to see whether or not you can adapt and evolve and, you know, change your mind and change things up. And like I say, if shit hits the fan and he dies and that's the end of it, then that's the end of Zombieland Conquest, which is absolutely not what I want. But, you know, I'll deal with it. I'll redirect it, and I don't know, I'll come up with something else to fill the slot. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I honestly, I mean, I had a feeling at some point we would lose a lot of our characters, but I wasn't expecting it to happen so soon. And sometimes shit just goes in a different direction, you know. Life decides its own course, and you have no choice but to flow with it, to try to enjoy the ride, and to make the most of whatever cards you are dealt. Alright, thank you for joining me for this unforeseen episode of Zombieland Conquest Reanimated. I do hope that our next episode is not our last. I really do want this to be a long-lasting series on the channel, but I'm very prepared to challenge my own wants and my own desires, and you know, to keep myself on its toes. Alright, thank you. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.